Alright, hey guys, what's going on? It's another Monday, and you know what that means. It's another murderous Monday. Before we get started, though, we have a special guest joining us. She doesn't want to come on the table or anything, but look, it's Meow Meow. Where's Meow Meow? Hi, Meow Meow. Say Meow. Alright, yeah, Chloe is in here with me. So the next killer that I will be talking about comes from all the way from Australia, mate. And it's John Edwards. Who was he? What was his early life like? And why and how did he become so evil? I will answer that and more in this video as I take you down the perspective mind of a killer. I don't know why, but I couldn't find much of his early childhood or anything, just basically about the case. John Edwards, born sometime in 1950, was married to 5 wives before Olga, and he was 31 and she was only 19. Olga and John met online, and Olga was from Russia. She was only interested in him because he had a military past and a lot in his bank account. So basically, she's a Russian mail ordered bride. She was also happy to move to Australia for a better life, but she did not know that she would become his sixth wife, and he was very controlling and violent with his ex-wives. John had 8 other children from his previous marriages that Olga, nor Jack or Jennifer knew about. Which Jack and Jennifer would be today's um victims, which would actually be Olga's and John's kids, Jack and Jennifer. Jack being 15 and Jennifer being 13. Her kids were putting on a brave face at home because John demanded that she wore short skirts and did not have a life outside of him and the kids. John nearly strangled his son to death while they were on vacation. Olga had enough and went to her ex-boss and lawyer, David Brown. Olga filed for divorce in 2016, but John went to the station. But John went to the station before her and told the officers that she was crazy, and that she was going to come in and make false accusations against him, and it worked. See, so this is so John is going to pretty much anything to have to basically be with Olga and basically to like an aggravated like an aggravated like an aggravated like marriage and stuff. And they didn't even check his criminal records, and if they did, they would have never had allowed him to purchase firearms. Olga was unable to get a restraining order against him, even though she told the cops that her and her kids fear for their lives. When all the attempted divorces failed, Jack, Jennifer, and Olga moved to another house that John didn't know about, but somehow he found the home that she yeah, but somehow he found the house that they were living in, and they thought that they were safe, but they really weren't. John went to purchase a firearm, and finally they checked his history of violence, but John found out about a commissioner's permit, which and had to have two signatures, which obviously John would be one, but his cousin Michael, who did not know about John's violent past, signed it too. Excuse me. In 2018, he managed to get his hands on three pistols and a rifle, and then went to a club to go train, but the first club kicked him out for being too aggressive. That's a red flag number one. If you're too aggressive at a shooting range, don't you should not be able to carry a weapon. Another club, though, accepted him, but needed, oh, this is what I was saying, but needed two references, which one of them was his cousin Michael. And no one knew about his criminal history, not even his family. So if Michael knew about it, he would have never signed it. John kept it a secret from, but John kept it a secret and was said to be an honorable person and a great father, and he blamed all the divorces on the crazy ex-wives and made him look like the victim. The day before the double homicide, he was fuming, and just 24 hours later, he killed his kids, Jack and Jennifer. They were still hugging each other under Jack's desk. Olga wasn't home at the time of the murders. Of the murders of their kids. Jack, who was only 15, and Jennifer, who was only 13 years old. And if she was home, Olga would have died too. They huddled up underneath Jack's desk, but that did not stop the father, and he shot 14 times in total, and both of them combined. And Jack was still trying to protect his younger sister, but to no avail. Olga knew what John was capable of, but no one helped her because of the lengths John went to. Yeah, but of lengths John went through to make sure no one helped her. This took place on July 5th, 2018, which literally just passed. 6-year anniversary literally just passed. And 1 hour later, John Edwards took the easy way out and shot himself in the head and died right then and there. He killed Jack and Jennifer to basically punish Olga because he felt like because he felt like he owned her. He didn't see any of his wives as people once they married. They belonged to him, and 4 out of the 6 wives filed for domestic violence. After Olga, horrified, when she came home, 5 months later, she too took her own life. Before John killed himself, he wrote a long email to Olga saying that everything was all her fault. In my opinion, I don't think John snapped. This was a carefully planned family annihilation. I mean, he wanted his kids dead. He wanted Olga dead. And let's just take this time to acknowledge the victims. Um Jack and Jennifer, the kids, but also Olga too, because she was a victim in this case because a victim by proxy, basically. I mean, but actually a victim in a way too, because she actually took her own life because of the horrific murders that her husband did to their children. And yeah, so 3 lives were lost, and with this, actually 4 lives were lost during this case. All right, so before we click off this video, I just want to get have you guys. I just want to hint to you guys what my next one will be about. If I can just find the Can never find it. Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright, this one. He was I think he was only 14 years old. And he, he killed his 6 year, I forgot however old his sister was, but he literally killed her. Well, this is what it was. Um, the babies. There was a babysitter that was babysitting this guy and his sister. The guy convinced the babysitter to leave early, and this guy literally stabbed his sister to death. Like literally, like 6-year-old sister or something. And and it was later found out the reason why he did it. He actually said in a in a in a prison courtroom confession, the reason why he did it was to basically punish his mother, and that now basically both of her children are gone. Him, well, strictly him, because he's basically in prison for the rest of his life, and his sister. And if you guys know who I'm talking about, please write down in the comments if you're able to. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Please be safe. Do not stay out after midnight in a bad neighborhood. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.